Releasing dopamine.
What's up, guys? Boss Sanders coming in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. Wagwan peeps, I'm there with another
brand new banger.
Yeah. So right before we get in it, as usual, guys, remember to smash on that like button, that subscribe button, and that share button, because it really helps your Jamaican YouTuber out a lot. Anyway, no more itching. Alright, guys, if you don't know, now you are gonna know. Kari Douglas, who is a councillor for the Trafalgar Division, who just recently crossed over from PNP to GLP, was recently charged yesterday for breaching the COVID-19 curfew. She was released on $20,000 bail, and she's supposed to appear in the court May the 6th this year. So after all of this reached on the air and everything, pretty much people were bashing her and saying, yo, you feel know better, and yo, what punishment the Prime Minister gonna hand down, and those are bag of things. But recently, Kari Douglas did a radio interview, right? And she pretty much just shared her side of the story. Now, I'm gonna do a reaction to that. Make we see what go on now.
We're going to have a quick conversation about a developing story. A message is being forwarded online on WhatsApp, purportedly by a police constable. The message says at approximately 9:28 p.m., Councillor Kari Douglas of a particular address was arrested for breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act and disorderly conduct. The message, purportedly from the police constable, says she was stopped along a particular avenue, failed to identify herself as a member of the essential services, and was charged and eventually bailed in the sum of $20,000. She used to appear in the HWT Parish Court on May 6, 2020. The message says Constable Ardeen is investigating. The constable purportedly says, I told the mayor and deputy mayor, who were also there, that it does not matter who you are, the law is the law, and respect and regard must be shown. Councillor Douglas is the councillor for the Trafalgar Division in South East St. Andrew. She joins us this morning. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Kenny.
Is this accurate that you have been charged for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act, and what exactly transpired?
What transpired is that heading out of my division from distributing some care packages to some elderly and vulnerable constituents last night, I was stopped by a police van with about 5 officers who ordered me out of my vehicle. And when I stepped out, asked the reason why I was on the road at that hour, which I explained why I was on the road at that hour, and I also referred to the Disaster Risk Management Act, which was recently amended to give mayors and councillors of municipal corporations an exemption. Now, ordinarily, I would not have been on the road, but there were some emergencies that I had to deal with, and it's a very rough time for us as political representatives, and there's a lot of burden and pressure from our constituents. Notwithstanding that, the law clearly gives me an exemption. Now, having offered the police constable who led that team my identification in the form of a driver's license, he said that he would not accept a driver's license and he needed a KSAMC-issued ID. I explained to him that as a public elected representative, it was no secret that I was a councillor, and it is also not a secret that we are exempt under the Act. And so if he took my driver's license and checked with his colleagues, then it would be very easy to verify that I was who I said I was. He said he's going to lock me up tonight if I cannot provide the government of Jamaica ID. I must follow them to the station now, which I did.
But isn't a driver's license a GOJ ID, is it?
I thought so.
What transpired thereafter?
Thereafter, about 5 policemen escorted me into the station. I don't know why they were so angry, but it was clear that they had an issue. They were very abusive, very unprofessional and disrespectful.
Why do you say that?
Pardon me?
Why do you say that they were abusive and disrespectful?
I tried to explain why I would have been in the position that I was, and I'm not sure why they became very personal and angry, and said that because me have little looks and me a councillor, me hype and feel so me can do anything me want, and this is the law. And I tried to explain that I have an exemption, and how can I be hype when I'm serving my constituents and heading home? I was alone in that vehicle. I just could not understand it. And once one person started the abuse, then each of the other policemen joined in. Two of my council colleagues came down to the station initially. They were forced out of the police station, which I couldn't understand either. They are also exempt under the law. They're in a public space in the state place that protects the people of Jamaica, and the police, led by a senior policeman, I don't know if he was an inspector or senior superintendent, told them in no uncertain terms that they must leave the station. Nobody but them and me must be in the station at this time.
Which station was this?
That. It was the Conference Spring police station.
So, in regards to the allegation of disorderly conduct, what do you say to that? Did you abuse the policeman?
Absolutely not. It is not in my character to be hurling abusive language to a group of policemen who all have rifles in their hand. I mean, why would I do that?
Miss Douglas, but perhaps on the other hand, though, there are others who may describe your response as being saucy at best. And so is it possible that your sauciness, in quotations, could have been interpreted as disorderly conduct?
Absolutely not. Like any normal individual, I explained what I was doing on the road. They wanted to know my identification. I offered them, which they refused to accept, and he admitted it. He did not even look at my driver's license. He made it clear that the only thing that he was going to do was to lock me up if I did not provide him with the correct government of Jamaica issued identification, perhaps by the KSAMC. Having done that, the key thing, according to them, was to determine my identity. They had me at that station for 2 to 3 hours. The mayor of Kingston arrived, the deputy mayor came, SSP McGregor, who knows me well, came. My identity was determined, and they still pressed forward with the charge. And I'm not sure that I understand this.
Why do you think they pressed forward despite all of that which you described?
It could be political manipulation or politically influenced based on remarks that were passed by most of the policemen there. They were very clear in their position politically.
Well, thank you for your time, Councillor.
Very sad.
Councillor Kari Douglas she's in charge of the Trafalgar Division in South East St. Andrew, charged for breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act. She denies the allegation, noting that councillors are exempt from the order which prevents citizens or purports to prevent citizens or people from being on the streets between 8 in the evening and 6 in the morning. It will be interesting to see how this one turns out. More after the break.
Alright guys, so my little 2 cents and feedback on the whole matter. If it is that councillors are exempt, so said by Kari, Miss Douglas, why would the police just come down on her heart so? I don't know that. Is it that she was sassy or being feisty while the police, them wanna probably just run down on her so? But at the same time, she said that even the policeman admitted and say him not even did want to see no ID. Him just as straight say, him just as say straight say the law is the law, no business are wood upon the road, whatever. Yeah, go get locked up today. And even after the mayor come down there, the mayor is like, them no business, them still press charges and stuff like that. So I don't know what going on. That kind of look. Are we still something missing out or something? You know what I mean? I don't know. But one thing though, guys. Let's talk in the comment area. Give me your feedback. Let me know how you feel about the matter. But that was just my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. and go and journey with your boy. Ah, shoo!
Releasing dopamine.